Hey guys, what's going on? Just dropping by today, as you could see, to talk about tips for new riders. Well, tips I was looking all online for, which I had to learn on my own. They had some of them on there, but the basics. I will be touching base on the basics also, but just little things I find out that's a little important when you're riding. Tips that I find that help me a lot, so I'm hoping that it will help you guys also. I don't have much of them because they have plenty of videos on there about riding on YouTube, so I'll give you those I think that help me more. Number one, as I'll make a little video showing you guys what I'm talking about when you hold your throttle, how you hold it. You see right here right now, that's how I hold mine, if you guys could see, but it will be more I'll do it more in detail on the video once I'm off the bike and it's not on, so I could turn it for you guys to see. Alright guys, this is what I'm talking about in the video that you're watching right now. Most people hold most new people that ride hold the throttle with a full grip. That means any jerking or anything, it will pull back your hand all the way back, and that will be giving a full throttle, and the bike will potentially leave you or raise on you. So the best way to do that is have your hand level with it, just a little, so you could give a little bit, because I don't think you will want to have your hand all up here, and when you get a full bite and it will pull all the way back. So the best way I decide to do it, like most people, is have their fingers on the lever, one finger on the brake, as you could see I doing here, or two, whichever way you like it. Or if you don't want to have it on there, you just don't have a full bite, but you have it like this. So when you're riding, you could only so far you could reach. See, you can't go no more. If the bike jerk on you, that's the only amount you could give. But if you have your hand all up here and you pull, you jerk, it will give a full throttle. So that's what I'm explaining in the video that you guys watching right now. Thanks and enjoy. One of the biggest mistakes most new riders make is that they take a handful of the throttle, and if any jerk or anything, that handful, when they pull, it will be turning all the way, and that's something I don't think you'll want to make happen on you whilst you're riding. That's number one of them. Number two, when you're riding, most people talk about downshifting to rev match, and they don't explain that you don't have to do it all the time. Rev matching is when you're at high speeds. When you're at high speed and you're trying to go down real fast, I think that's the best time to rev match. Because for instance, right now I'm riding here at what, 49 miles an hour. For me to downshift right now, if I rev matching and I don't do it correct, the whole bike will jerk like I'm ready to pop a wheelie or something. So at that speed, it don't make sense to rev match too much, if you guys understand what I mean. Because when you're at a top speed like 100 miles an hour and you rev matching, that's when it's doing it perfect and it's matching and it's coming down very even. But when you're at a low speed and you're trying to rev match, that's more potential for the bike to slide or lock up the back wheels on you. At a low speed, just use your brakes, use both your brakes. Alright, rev match when you're at a higher speed. And that'll be my next topic about the brakes. Not topic, but my next tip is about brakes. Alright, so don't rev match when you're at low speeds. Just use your brakes, slow down, stop, get your correct gear and start back. Rev matching at 20 miles an hour. Most new people don't know that. They see, okay, rev match to stop so that your back wheel will not lock up. And they try to rev match at every gear. Second gear, first gear. No, you don't need to go so much to that extreme. Rev matching is for higher speeds when you're going down. All right. Number 3, proper way to use your brakes. I don't care if you going 2 miles an hour and you're stopping, use both brakes. Get in the habit of using both your brakes. All right. Get in the habit of using front and back brakes, so that when you're at higher speeds, you're in that habit already, you continue doing it. Use both brakes. You don't want to be jamming on your front brakes unless, say for instance, you meet a little wet spot and you're only using front brakes and the pressure is all on the front and the front kick off and it slide. That's just an example of what can happen whilst riding and using only one brakes, or you using just your back brakes. And that same thing happened. It means a spot of oil or a spot of water, the whole back could kick off on you and just slide. You understand? So use both brakes. That was number 4. Number 5, most new people just get a bike and they don't adjust anything to them. They just go on the bike and start riding. That I don't like. My advice to any new person that go in and get a bike to ride, adjust your bike to yourself. The levers, you could bring it down a little, bring it up a little, adjust it to your hand fit so that it fits you. You understand? Now here you see I'm going at 55 miles an hour. See, just hold both brakes, slow down. I don't have a gear indicator on there, but I know I'm not in a high gear. You see I'm still going. What would be the point for me to rev match in that little corner? Right? Like what I was saying, so before I took that corner, adjust your bike to you. The pedals, you could bring it up, bring it down, adjust it a little for your feet. Your mirrors is one of the most important things to adjust. Your brake levers for your fingers, your clutch levers for your fingers. Adjust everything to you. Now number 5, as I pass on mirrors, your mirrors, even though you have the best mirrors in the world, always look, always adjust your mirrors to you, but still, if your mirrors are adjusted to you, still watch for your blind spots. Double check your blind spots. Do not hurt you to take 1 second to just watch and turn back. 1 second, watch, turn back. All right? That's one of the main things. Always check your blind spots when switching lane. All right? Anybody that's new riding bike, I can't stress that enough. Always check your blind spots when switching lane. It's just like in a vehicle, you have a blind spot on a bike. It's the same thing. So always check your blind spots. Number 5, I think I'm on, or number 6. Well, I lost count already. Anyways, my next one is your gears. Most people talk about floating gears, which I think it's alright because I'm doing it right now. But I only do it going up. And the way I do it going up is that, not the way, but I only do it from second going up. From first to second, I don't do it, because when you kick it in, you feel the bike jerking sometimes if you don't do it correctly. So I don't take that chance. I float gears from second and up. And floating gears basically is changing the gears without using clutch. Like right now I'm here, see one hand over here. See, I changed the gear already. That's just putting a little pressure on your gear and dropping the throttle and giving it back. Dropping the gas, giving a little bit back. That's it. But doing it from first to second, it's a little tricky. So my advice to anybody riding that's new, don't do it from first to second at all. From second onwards, do it when you get comfortable if riding your bike. and that's it. When you're comfortable from second going up, you could go ahead and do it, right? So as I think I covered everything that the tips I wanted to give to new riders. Well, hopefully if I think of anything else, I will write it in there or make a next video on it. But I just came on here to touch base on little stuff I think that new riders should know when riding or when starting to ride. Because one day I was passing by a mall and I saw a new rider in the parking lot learning how to ride, and if I wasn't busy I would go over there to help him out. Not that I'm the best rider, but I pay attention to a lot of stuff that I do when I'm riding to keep safe, so I would not mind going and help him out, because I think he was practicing for the DMV, for you to get your license when you go to DMV, so he was trying to swirl and everything. All right, that will bring me to a next tip also. When you're cornering, the counter steering, or whatever the word is, if I don't say it correctly, I'm sorry. But how you steer the bike when you're going into turns. And I saw him doing it, and the way he was doing it was, I'm a rider and it scared me the way I saw him practicing in the parking lot. It was a little scary, but I was a little too busy for me to go ahead and ask if the family, so I could not stop to go and help him out, because you know how that goes already. But counter steering, it's a big deal on the motorcycles. Like right now I'm taking that corner, I'm pulling my handlebar to the right and the bike is leaning on the left. That's basically counter steering. I'm taking a left corner, pulling my steering, my handlebar, pulling my handlebar on the right, to the right, pulling it towards me, and the bike turns left, it leans down left. That's one of the main things, but it only happens at a certain speed, so don't try to go 5 miles an hour and try to counter steer. You see, like right now I'm going at what, 10 miles an hour. You have to steer the correct way, so don't be going 10 miles. It only happens when you reach a certain amount of speed. That's when it works, and when you practice, keep on practicing, you will get it, or you will not even realize that you're doing it. So just keep practicing and be safe when you're doing it. Right? The next thing is always using your indicators. I know I'm all over the place. I could have talk about using indicators whilst I was talking about turning your head to check your blind spots, but while I'm riding, I didn't write down anything or anything like that. So whilst I'm riding, it's coming to me, just brainstorming whilst I'm riding and talking about it. Using your indicators is a must. I'm on the highway sometimes and some bikers blow past me and they just, no indicators, no singles, no signals, nothing, just switching lanes like some crazy people. So be careful, pay attention to that. Use your indicators, watch your blind spots, and be safe out there. Alright, anyways, thanks for watching. Share, like, do all those nice stuff. Thanks. Peace.